Hello and how's it going, everybody? It is Skullzi here with the latest and the greatest gaming news, and today's news is brought to you by the same guy that totally forgot that Starfield existed and said that the Elder Scrolls 6 would come out in 2019. Yes, we're talking about Michael Pachter, except this time he said something that I actually agree with, and we're going to be talking about this in today's video before any websites or any clickbaity crap goes out there spreading some misinformation about this. Now, firstly, I really have no idea if he truly forgot that Starfield existed or not. I really don't know why he said that the Elder Scrolls 6 was going to come out this year. I mean, it's obvious it's not going to. Bethesda even said themselves that the Elder Scrolls 6 wasn't coming out for a while and that Starfield was coming out next. And it's obvious that Starfield exists. I mean, Todd Howard and Bethesda Game Studios isn't just lying about Starfield. So it seems like either Michael Pachter just isn't paying that much attention and he just keeps saying the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to come out year after year after year, or maybe he just wants to be right and just keeps saying it's going to come out year after year after year because eventually he'll be right. Or maybe he's kind of just being bold and just poking the bear and saying, hey Bethesda, it should be so obvious that you should release the Elder Scrolls 6, or should have by now, that I'm gonna keep saying that it's gonna come out this year, even though everyone knows, including myself, that it's not going to. Maybe Michael Pachter knows it's not going to come out this year. Maybe he knew it wasn't going to come out last year, but he just keeps saying it's going to come out because he's just kind of taunting Bethesda almost. I don't know, but anyway, what we're gonna be talking about is something I agree with, and it is what he said here. In an interview with Gaming Bolt and Pachter, he said that I don't think there's any risk that any future single-player games in terms of Fallout 76. It just tells you that they weren't ready to make a multiplayer game, that Bethesda wasn't ready to do an online multiplayer game like they ambitioned with Fallout 76. He goes on to say they probably have to go back and figure out what they did wrong and how to get it right. I have to say it's the first game in the Fallout series I haven't played, and I don't have any interest in playing it. I mean, it was so poorly reviewed that I'm just not going to try it. And I've played all of their games for hundreds of hours. Now, this is huge and is actually a pretty big indicator as how much information Michael Pachter seems to have on Bethesda. He has to know about Starfield, right? If he spends hundreds of hours playing their games, if he kinda has this much of an information basis on Fallout 76's current standing, then he would have to know about Starfield. So why the hell does he keep saying the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to come out year after year, including 2019, after we have already been told that it's not going to because Starfield is their next major single-player game? I don't know. I kinda am leading towards the belief that maybe he is kind of just taunting Bethesda a little bit, not to be mean, but just to be like, hey, you should have made the Elder Scrolls 6 a long time ago. I'm a gaming analyst. You should have made it. I'm just gonna keep saying you should have made it, and it's coming out this year, even though I know I'm gonna be wrong, because screw you. I don't know, but anyway, he goes on to say, I expect that people will look at Fallout 76 as a blip, but you never know, meaning that Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6 will essentially get fans back on track with how they felt about Bethesda Game Studios before Fallout 76, maybe even before a lot of this drama happened in general. There's always been mixed opinions about Bethesda Game Studios, but it seems like Fallout 76 caused this to be a lot more explosive. So I think what he's saying is that after Starfield comes out, and eventually, obviously, the Elder Scrolls 6, by that point, fans will be back to where they were, with knowing who Bethesda Game Studios are, and trusting in them to make massive open-world, single-player games that everyone loves, and that nothing else can compare with in terms of immersion. Fallout 76 will be a blip in terms of the mistakes that Bethesda made, and probably also an online game like they were trying to make. I don't think Bethesda Game Studios is going to try to make another online game like Fallout 76 for a long time, but be prepared for light online components, possibly in Starfield. I don't know how that would work, I just kind of have a small feeling. And as always, I want to know what you have to say about all of this. Let me know down in the comments below, and if your comment wins the internet and make it featured in a future video, don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay in the know when it comes to gaming news. Follow me over on Twitter for the latest channel updates and random shit about me. Check me out on Twitch, where I am a Twitch affiliate, and I am trying to set up a streaming schedule now that I'm back to doing the daily uploads. Come over to the channel Discord server, where there is always an awesome and active conversation taking place, and if you want to have your hand in providing future content and defending the channel from bullshit video takedowns, then consider subscribing to the community on Patreon, where you can earn awesome and unique awards. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when Michael Pachter predicts that Michael Pachter predicts.
Bye, have a great time.